Hello, welcome to the Well of Being. This is Melissa, intuitive healer, guide, and channel. Today, as we are diving deep into connection and relationship, I am called to bring an oracle awakening in. So, for each of these decks, we're going to be diving into how can we best be supported in this right now moment with opening to connection and relationship. So we have Wisdom of the Shadow, deck 1 with the Merkaba, the Rumi Oracle, deck 2, the Dragon Chimes symbols, and the Starseed Oracle with this beautiful little web of life that I've created. So choose which pile aligns to you. We will begin with the Wisdom of the Shadow. 5 cards. I'm hearing 5 cards today. All right. Wisdom of the Shadow. Well, this card showed itself, so we have change. Balance. Self-embrace. Victory. And the final card, which I think wants to be below. No, I haven't seen it yet. The final card is opening. Opening. Change, balance, self-embrace, victory, and opening. Again, our focus and our question is about opening to connection and relationship. This card is drawing me forth first. Whew. Deck number 1, folks, you are in the midst of great change. I'm hearing separation, divorce, leaving your work relationships. There's some major shifts in your relationships that's happening. Perhaps it's friendships that are coming to completion. So there's a lot of change. But what I'm hearing is that this is to restore a state of balance. Balance is a beautiful thing because it isn't something that like, all right, I've got there and that's it. It's something that is always changing. So there's so much that has been shifting in your life that it threw you off kilter. It threw you off kilter. So you have felt very out of balance because there's been so much flowing and changing in your life that it's been very difficult for you to feel your sense of balance. But that is because you had to go deep and recognize that, well, things have changed. So my center of balance has changed. What used to root me and ground me no longer does. And you're going through a phase of self-embrace. So the self-embrace is about going within, because there's so much in your external reality that is shifting and changing and shifting and changing and shifting and changing, that it's calling you, because you want to establish a new point of balance, to go within, to really embrace yourself exactly where you're at, because this is the key. I mean, look at this. This is the key. So this is a curious card. I mean, you have this being who's just risen above, and you've got all these other beings that are grasping to her feet. So almost like if she had been in this tumult of change, and she or he has risen above to this place of alignment and a new place of balance through embracing and connecting within. And yes, there are going to be these feelings of because of the change, there are things that you're going to have to let go of and leave behind. And all of this is about the opening. All of this is about the opening, what it is opening for you. And the Merkaba feels particularly important, why it was called to be aligned with this deck. This new opening that has come about for you because you have embraced the change. You have gone within to seek this new place of balance, and you have come to this new place of alignment. And from this new place of alignment, so many portals and doors are opening for you. This new infinite possibility that is opening for you. So the sacred geometry of the Merkaba is calling forth your unique ability to access gateways, portals, possibilities that were not available to you until this moment, and are not available to the vast majority of the collective that is here. You had to go through this experience of the shifting and changing, finding your new balance, embracing the truth of who you are, and rising above. In a way, we could see this as being kind of like the density energy that can be present sometimes in the collective, because you're in this accelerated place of connecting into new possibility that is here for you, that is supporting you with creating this opening. So calling back that this is all about relationship and connection. So what I am hearing is that this is the way, looking at the bottom of this card, a lot of your past relationships have felt. Because even always, you have held this place of a light, a visionary, and others have wanted to connect in and, can I just be in her light? Can I just connect into that? I just want to hold on to that. And this new place that you're coming to is like, no, that is not how we are choosing to live any longer. What we are opening to is this new place of alignment and possibility where I am free, liberated, and I am aligning with like-minded individuals who are also free and liberated and connected in a way that doesn't feel like grasping or, sucking the energy or the life force out of. So it's opening to this new possibility of connection. And with the change and creating the new balance and embracing the truth of who you are, there is a letting go of these old energies that were holding you back from fully opening to this new possibility and the truth of who you are. Ke kukoro ke iehi, ke kikoro iehi, ke kikoro ke iehi, ke kikoro ke au. Beautiful. Deck number 1. Moving on to deck number 2. The Rumi Oracle and the Dragon Chime. Okay. 5 beautiful cards. Oh my goodness. From the Rumi deck, we have the all-encompassing hand. The Divine Mother manifests. The 2 that came together. 3 that came together. All right, that's our last 3. Passion of the Wild Red Mother. The Lover and the Beloved. And Beyond Death and Life. Wowzers. Oh, Rumi, Rumi, Rumi. Where do we wish to start? The Passion of the Wild Red Mother. Recalling and remembering that we are connecting into relationship. This is about the fire of your true self, your soul, your spirit. You are a very passionate being. You have an essential wildness about you. By wildness, we mean the gift for aligning to the essential truth moment to moment to moment to moment that may look wild to others, but feel simply like what living is to you. So part of this card I'm hearing is about realizing that, really recognizing that this is a gift. This is an insatiable aspect of your soul that wishes to be expressed. And there is an aspect of your embodiment that has resisted fully connecting in with this truth. And you are being invited to fully connect in with this truth, not only for you, but to recognize that this is your inherited gift. This is your inherited gift. The next card that's being called forth is the Lover and the Beloved. So deck number 2, this passionate aspect of your spirit does shine through in your relationships. And if you aren't experiencing it now, you are longing for it. You are desiring it. You are desiring passion and connection and alignment with a soul brother or soul sister who is in alignment with the truth of who you are. And this card is here to remind you that this is possible, that this exists for you. And you are being encouraged to call this in, to call your beloved forth through your alignment with the truth of who you are. You call your beloved forth through fully coming into alignment and expression with the truth of who you are. I'm hearing that some part of you has been hiding yourself away for various reasons. Maybe you feel like it's not acceptable or appropriate, or there are limitations in your current relationships. Well, those are going to be called to clear, which we'll get to, because there's such a force coming into your present experience of creating the alignment with the beloved. Now, as we speak these words, we recognize that this begins within you. It is about fully recognizing your connection, your passionate love for yourself that will awaken the connection with your beloved. So beyond death and life, these are very actually visually similar. Interesting that it flipped over. So let us look at this one first before I show the other. Beyond death and life. So for you, dear deck number 2, Children of Light, the intensity that you are being called to create alignment with your passionate truth of who you are is about life and death. Meaning that if you are just so being called to align your spirit so fully into this body that to not do that in the fullest sense feels like death, is experienced as death. And the other feeling here is that there will be completions of relationships that don't align with this you that you are awakening to, the truth of who you've always been but have not fully revealed. So in a way, those completions of relationships can feel like death, but beyond death is life, this new life, this new possibility. So looking at these two cards together, it almost feels like they are one. Beyond death is the life, the lover, and the beloved. So this card, both of these, but we'll start with this one. This one is here because this is bringing forth how supported you are right now. You're a bit of a renegade. You're a bit of I'm hearing divine loner, but you are encouraged to recognize that you are not alone. You are not alone because your beloved is here, and you're not alone because, again, this mother shows up twice, because you were created for this purpose. You were created. Like the fire that she is holding in her hands is the fire in this card. The fire that is you, that is the light of your spirit. So you are so divinely supported in this awakening. And you're divinely supported in the clearing and completions and relationships that you will experience. And the all-encompassing hand, again, just feels like this reminder, wild child, divine loner, that you are really being called to recognize how supported you are, how nurtured you are in this process, how supported and how nurtured you are. You are held. I actually want to do this. Like these two cards are holding this experience that you're in right now. So you're being called to welcome in, if you haven't done so in a very conscious way, your divine guides, your galactic team, your home planet, all, angels, whatever you want to call them. You're being called to recognize this beautiful support that is holding you in the intensity of this process of awakening the fire within, the truth of who you are, and allowing yourself to open to the beloved, which of course will require these shifts and completions in many levels of your life. De ke oro koro ike ike. De ke oro ike. De Beautiful. Okay. We have our final deck. The Starseed Oracle and the beautiful web. Comes the web and the Starseed Oracle. Okay, Starseed Oracle, what have you for us today? The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. Two cards are coming together, one of which is trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Doors are opening. You decide the rewards. Wild card. And the final card, the 7 Star Sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life, Expression. Okay, this one first. Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Yes. Deck 3 people. You're like, absolutely. Yep. Been here many times. And you bring with you so many powerful gifts, some of which have been latent. And that is part of what you're opening to in connection in relationship, is this next level of awakening these gifts that are within you. So there's not going to be a bunch of efforting because you already have this within you. So it's a very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing that you are remembering who you are. Remembering who you are. And the next card that really wants to be shared is this one, to trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. So there's a bit of frustration because you're like, come on, I've done this before. For reals? We're still in this thing? Or still doing this human thing after all these lifetimes? And the universe is like, yes, child, absolutely. Because now is the time for this new level of awakening of all the multidimensional aspects of yourself. There's something very spectacular about the right now moment. This wave, this current wave that you've come in on. No, this is the right time. This is the right alignment. So the next one that wants to be shared is portal. Doors are opening, you decide rewards, wild card. So this is about the timing. The time is now. And you absolutely have the ability to create and connect in to this reality and into relationship. And it's very important. We're going to tap in a little more to the specifics around connection and relationship, because this is something, deck number 3 people, that you haven't necessarily seen a purpose for, because you know how much you've already learned with all the lifetimes you've lived and all you bring from the galactics. So this card is just reminding you that timing. This is the right time. You have the ability to access all of your reality in any way you wish. That is your gift. So this card is really about reminding you about the constellation of connection. So these are your soul sisters and soul brothers that are part of this awakening. You're not alone. Guess what? Deck 3 people, you are not alone, and you're not meant to be alone. There is something, this is creations, but I'm going to say co-creations. Interesting. Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life, Expression. So there's something about the co-creations. As you awaken these gifts in this right time and align through your portals, you're going to be making these spectacular, that's a word that keeps coming out, connections, these spectacular connections with your soul sisters and soul brothers. And these alignments are going to allow you an exponential co-creativity as each and every one of you are tapping into your gifts together. So stay open, deck 3. You are being called to stay open to connection. And this will look in many ways. I think in particular for you, this is about community. In particular, this is about like a soul tribe community. So the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So the powerful thing about this card is that there's this part of you that is like, oh gosh, I've done this so much. How much more work do I have to do? Well, this card is here to tell you that this spontaneous integration is going to happen. And it's happening in community and connection. So stay attuned, because the community feels like it is a group, but it's also one-on-one relationships that may develop of soul sisters and soul brothers that come in to support you with this spontaneous integration of everything that you brought in, that will allow you greater access to portals and to time because you'll have that spontaneous connection and integration. And again, it just really feels like it very much is through community, through relationship with others, that you align with their gifts. And they're like, you may think like, oh God, I see what's happening here. It's going to take me 3 weeks to work through this one. And this other being's like, I see. And I also have this other possibility that I'd like to bring to you. And it could happen right now. And you're like, yeah, let's do that. But you have to open to the connection in order to receive the gift of that spontaneous integration. So it feels like it really is going to open through interrelationships. And it feels like it is new relationships. That's what I'm hearing. New relationships that will come to you as you get into a place of being at peace and alignment with the truth of who you are. Being at peace and alignment with the truth of who you are. So there's some level of you that isn't fully expressing these gifts. So you're going to need to, and you're supported with allowing yourself to fully bring these forth. So doing so is going to magnetize these connections and relationships that will accelerate your process and open your heaven on earth through this beautiful tapestry. Sekoi, seke oroi, seke oroi, sekoi, seke oroi. Beautiful, deck 3. All right, let's call forth our decks to celebrate them and our objects. We have Wisdom of the Shadow and the Merkaba. We have, the Chimes, which I've chosen to, here they are, the Chimes, and the Rumi Oracle. And finally, we have the Starseed Oracle and this beautiful web. Well done. Beautiful, beautiful connections. Much love and blessings.